Hello, my name is Yolanda Johnson, and I am going to do my mock interview and responses for CAPS 265. Um, the first interview question is, tell us about yourself and what you think sets you apart from other applicants. Hmm. Well, I have been a stay-at-home mom of three for over 20 years now. Before that, I was a CNA, and due to a below knee amputation, it's not a job I could do anymore. Although I did like it because I do like helping people. What I think sets me apart would be, the last 20 years I've had to go through, like, do so many things because my kids vary in ages so much, or each 6 to 7 years apart in age. So I had to go through various stages with them at different times and different time frames. So I'm very adaptable. And I think my adaptability is something that would set me apart. My age, because I think the older you get, the more knowledge you obtain, knowledge you obtain. Um, and also my eagerness to get back in the workforce and do something that I just am so excited. I was so excited just to learn. I cannot wait to actually get into a law office and show what I can do. And I think that sets me apart. The next question would be, briefly describe your biggest professional weaknesses. Huh. At one time, I probably would have said my biggest weakness would be time management. But, with going back to school, taking care of kids, keeping a house, paying bills, going back and forth to appointments, and still having time for my kids and my little 15 minutes of reading at nighttime, I think I'm doing a lot better with time management. I still want to do better, so I'll keep working on it. But as far as my weakness, I would have to say that was probably it. The next question. Tell us about a time when you showed grit in the workplace. Okay, when I was a CNA, I live in upstate New York, and I remember one winter we just got hit with a blizzard, hit and I worked first shift, and I was at work. So when second shift was supposed to come in, there was a lot of ladies. I think all of them honestly ended up calling in or either calling in late because it really was treacherous. Like getting through, they weren't faking. It was horrible outside. So I remember, myself and the other aides there, we weren't able to go home, obviously. And we all stayed and worked together and just did what it takes to keep the patients comfortable and keep smiles on our faces to keep pushing through. And it took a lot of grit because I ended up being in the kitchen helping with dinner, and because it was just so much commotion and so much going on. So I think that one day in general, I think I showed a lot of grit in a workplace. Next question. Summarize where you see yourself in your career in the next 5, 10, 20 years. And my first thing is to obtain a bachelor's degree in paralegal studies. And obviously I have to get work experience. I would like to have work experience in a law office of maybe the public defender's office or a criminal defense lawyer. But my long-term goal is to work as a paralegal for the Innocence Project. Next question. Imagine you were promoted within the workplace. Describe how you would deal with your colleagues who may have been passed over for the promotion, or your coworkers who had been your peers but are now your subordinates. I think I would deal with my colleagues and peers the same way I did before I was promoted, with respect and courtesy. You have to be able to listen to others of their thoughts, their opinions, or their ideals, and see if you can work with them or figure out. No, you have to work. So figure out a way to work with them. And I think just treating others with the respect and courtesy professional courtesy they deserve, I think that will make it a fairly easy transition. Next question. Identify what kind of person you have difficulty working with. I don't know what kind of person. Again, I am adaptable, and I am an empathetic person by nature. So I feel as long as you're showing someone the respect, professional respect you need to show, and you're put thought into what they're telling you, what's bothering them, and again, just working together, I think you can pretty much work with anybody. I mean, I don't know if there will be an occasion. If there is, I would like to say I know I know I will put my best foot forward to handle it professionally, and as and I don't see myself working with somebody that I can't just completely not be around and not work with. The next question: explain how you handle conflict in the workplace with coworkers or with clients, patients, or customers. I think everyone disagrees at times. Again, my thing is though, you need to work together. Everyone needs to hear each other out and not interrupt, but let this person say this, let person B say this, and everybody works together. Um, I think you can come to an understanding. I mean, if it's as long as if it's civil and it's it's a conflict that is beneficial to everybody, I think working together you'd be okay. Um, as long as it's something that's appropriate for, in the situation. You can't just go ahead and decide to do something that you shouldn't be doing in an office or so. I think everyone just works together and listens to the other person. And I really think you can work through a conflict if everyone is professional and adult about it. Detail what motivates. Okay, sorry. Next question. Detail what motivates and inspires you in the workplace. Well, the atmosphere would be a big one. I like people that work together. I like people that stay positive. Everyone has a bad day, obviously, but I think an office that stays positive and works together and are working to pursue the same goals for our clients, and not, people that aren't afraid to learn, even if they've been there longer than another person, someone who isn't afraid to learn. Because I know personally, when if I've been working for like 5 years and a new person comes in, a new paralegal that just graduated, I'm interested in knowing what they learned, because I'm sure it's going to be more updated from what I learned 5 years ago. So, just people that are willing to learn, work together, because the law especially is a revolving door, and it's always upgrading. It's always moving. It doesn't stop. So I think that would motivate and inspire me to learn and to, show people things I've learned. The next question: summarize what you like best about your current or most recent job and why you are leaving the position. Well, like I said, I've been a stay-at-home mom for over 20 years. The best part about it was being able to be with my kids. And frustrating as it is sometimes, because it sure is, I've molded them. I've helped them learn. I've helped them become the people they are. And if I do say so myself, my kids are very caring kids. They're very independent, strong-minded. Sometimes I don't know how good that is, but respectful. And they're just good kids, and I love them. And I don't think I would have changed just these years for anything. But now, my youngest is 11, and it's time for me to be not just Yolanda the mom, but I want to be Yolanda the woman, the career person, the career woman. And that's why I'm doing this now. It's time. I'm almost 50 years old. It's probably been time, but it's hard. Now I know my kids are okay if I have to work overtime. My kids are not worried about changing diapers, bottles, any of that stuff. The 11-year-old can pretty much handle his own, and, older sisters in the house. So it's good for me to go back now. I think my kids are good. I'm good. And that's why I'm now excited. And I think that is it. Thank you so much and have a good day.